With the man in the stripy socks, the man who likes beans on toast, the man who definitely has a face for radio, it's Mr. Tomfoolery!
Why, thank you very much and welcome along once again to Radio Foolery with, yes, me, Tomfoolery, the internet radio station just for kids of all ages, of course. Well, welcome once again. What have I got lined up for you? The week commencing the 11th of July. The girls are back. We've got the ladies what laugh. They're going to make you giggle. We've got my song of the week from Nutty Noah. Of course, messages from you, the listeners, and my announcements for the week. We'll be getting the lowdown from Chimpanzee on the roads. I've got another mystery guest for you as well. See if you can work out what exactly this person this week does for a living. Tomfoolery, buffoonery, once again gives you an insight to my day as a zookeeper at Tilgate Nature Centre. See me playing with the meerkats on the YouTube channel as well. I've got some fun foolery facts, the big quiz for little kids. We've got Ella on the phone a little bit later on, and I'll be letting you know what's happening in and around Sussex this week. Attractions and all sorts of things for you to be going to and visiting if you so desire. But this is a little bit different. Can you work out what exactly this is all about and who is Rita?
Tell us the story. What happened, Rita?
I had to go to church in my friend's outfit, but two other friends were only just leaving Gravesend, and he's a builder, so he went to our house, took my kitchen window out, rang another friend to get him to put it back in again, grabbed my outfit, and they happened to arrive while my son and his wife were in signing the register, so the vicar sort of stalled it.
That's great. That's my favourite story so far today.
That is a brilliant story. I absolutely love that, Rita.
Who is Rita? I'm going to let you in on that a little bit later on, see if you can work it out. That was a recording from BBC Radio Kent from last week. So they're back in the studio once again to read us some jokes. They are the ladies what laugh. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Oh, nice little wave as well. Look at that. That makes great radio. Once again, we've got to stop doing it. No one can see us doing that. We're all doing that to each other. Okay, so you're back with some more jokes. Got some more jokes for me this time?
Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic. And how's school going? You having a nice time at school so far?
Well, I've already finished school.
Well,
not finished school. I'm on the holidays.
You're on holidays already? Oh, you're like that Hazard as well. Honestly, he's off on holiday as well. What about you, Hazel? You on holiday?
Well, I've still got a week, but yay, I get to take off time of school and I'm going to Monaco.
Monaco. Nice.
Yes, I'm really excited.
I bet you are. Fantastic. What about holiday plans? You got anything planned for the rest of the school holidays? You got a nice long break? What do you get up to?
Well, I'm going to see Dids. Hello, Dids. And I'm probably just going to see a few friends.
Yeah, see a few friends. You like you're chilling. You know, do some drama, do some pony riding.
Yeah.
And all that fun, and maybe even tell some jokes and try and get stopped by or try not to get stopped by the paparazzi and stuff when you're out about. Yeah, it's quite difficult, isn't it? God bless. All right, you got some jokes for us today, have you? So I'm going to leave you to it. Ladies, what laugh? Here we go.
What washes up on tiny beaches? Microwaves. Oh my gosh, because microwaves. They No. Okay, no. What do you call it when a dinosaur crashes his car? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Rex? Get it? A sandwich walks into a bar. Barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here." What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. I don't get that. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. What happens if you eat yeast and shoe polish? Every morning you rise and shine. Oh my gosh, I get that. Do you not get that? Well, yeast can rise. And shoe polish, yeah. What's the difference between a guitar and a fish? You can't tune a fish. What? I don't get that. Tuna is a type of fish. Yes. And you tune a guitar, don't you? Yes. Oh, get it, yeah. Did you hear about the race between the lettuce and the tomato? The lettuce was ahead, and the tomato was trying to catch up. Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? Because she will. Let it go! What do lawyers wear to court? Lawsuits.
I don't get that one.
Beep.
What gets wetter the more it dries? A towel. I don't get that one.
I sort of get it. Sort. What did the pencil say to the other pencil? You're looking sharp.
What did bacon say to tomato? Let us get together.
Like, let us?
Yeah, I get that
You
one.
can get involved by sending us a message at our Facebook page, Tomfoolery UK.
All right, so it's time for your brain teasers of the week. I'm going to bring you 3 now, or 3 more a little bit later, and then you can have the answers towards the end of the 1-hour show. So, a cowboy rides into town on Friday. He stays for 3 days, then leaves on Friday. How did he do it? You walk across a bridge and you see a boat full of people, yet there isn't a single person on board. How is that even possible? If there are 3 apples and you take away 2, how many do you have? Answers a bit later.
Shoulders, beans on toast, beans on toast. Head, shoulders, beans on toast, beans on toast, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, beans on toast, beans on toast.
Right, time for a little bit of music. This is what we call uplifting pop. Yeah. It's free music. And by that I mean license free.
You're listening to Mr. Tomfoolery on the radio.
So I've got a nice busy week once again this week, and I'd like to say hello to all the boys and girls having a tomfoolery party this week. Hello to the Cookfield Preschool, the Milton Mount Playgroup in Crawley, Pebbles Preschool, Shoreham Beach. They're all having a bit of tomfoolery at their end-of-year parties this week, so really looking forward to seeing them, as well as Little Haven Infant School over in Horsham. Looking forward to your end-of-year school disco later this week too. Madison's 5th birthday is my Charity Tuesday party this week. Happy 6th birthday to Paige from Mayfield, and Ethan's 5th birthday from Cookfield. Felix from Brighton is going to be 4 this week. Evelyn is having her 5th birthday party in Southwater, and Molly is also turning 5 in Horsham. And hopefully we're going to be partying in the garden. That will be for Mia's birthday party in Shoreham, and she's going to be 6. Very much looking forward to seeing all of you guys this week for your tomfoolery parties. I just hope the weather stays good for you all.
Beans on toast? I like beans on toast, I do.
Right, it's time to catch up with Chimpanzee, who has been learning the art of traffic reporting.
Hello, Tomfoolery. Yeah, I've done it. I finally worked it out. I finally realised what you want me to do. You want me to go to the roads and tell you where the traffic is so that people listening can avoid the traffic and get around in their cars easier, don't you?
Yes, Chimpanzee, that's exactly it. It's only taken 5 days, but that is exactly what I need you to do.
Well, Tomfoolery, I am now on the main A27 in West Sussex near Worthing. Now, the eastbound carriageway is moving very freely, and there is a little traffic on the westbound carriageway, as there seems to be something in the road, and people are taking just a little while to get around it, but the traffic is moving.
Jim, that's brilliant. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That's a really good bit of information for our listeners. Thank you so much, Jim.
Well, I have also, Tomfoolery, I have also seen people driving their cars without seatbelts on. So I'm going to take their number plate down and I'm going to tell my friend Glenn, the policeman, all about them because they're really naughty.
Yes, yeah, it is, Jim, you're right. Yeah.
And, oh, there's someone now in a red car and Tomfoolery, he's picking his nose. Oh,
Okay, Jim. All right, thanks very much. Well, listen, I think that's about enough information for now, but why don't you stay there? Stay there, keep an eye on that road or whatever it is in the road, and let us know if the traffic gets any worse.
okay, will do. This is Chimpanzee reporting for Radio Foolery. Back to you in the studio.
At last, chimpanzees, getting the hang of things. That's what we like to hear. Right, time for that time of the show where I give you some fun foolery facts. Things to make you a little bit cleverer. Just like me. Did you know that when hippos are upset, their sweat turns red? Ugh. If you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can't hop. Polar bears can eat as many as 86 penguins in a single setting. This would only, of course, be a problem if they lived in the same place. A toaster uses almost half as much energy as a full-sized oven. A baby spider is called a spiderling. You cannot snore and dream at the same time. That would mean I don't do much dreaming. The following can be read backwards and forwards. Do geese see God? A baby octopus is about the size of a flea when it's born. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon ever. Recycling one glass jar saves enough energy to watch TV for 3 hours. A crocodile cannot poke its tongue out. J.K. Rowling chose the unusual name Hermione so young girls wouldn't be teased for being nerdy. The total number of steps in the Eiffel Tower are 1,665. I've counted them myself. I kept getting it wrong and starting again. Pirates wore earrings because they believed it improved their eyesight. It snowed in the Sahara Desert for 30 minutes on the 18th of February 1979. And if you leave everything to the last minute, it will actually only take a minute to do. And do you know slugs only have 4 noses?
www.radiofoolery.co.uk.
Okay, time for that time of the show now. Well, I'm going to introduce you to my mystery guest. If you'd like to take notes, get yourself a pen and a paper now, because I'm going to speak to someone, ask them some questions, and you have to guess what it is they do for a living. What do they do for a job? What do they do to earn money? This is that part. Here we go. Okay, so I'm here in a very nice office with my mystery guest interview today, and I'm going to ask him to introduce himself.
My name is Richard Taylor West.
Okay, so I've got your 20 or so questions to answer. If we can have your most honest answers straight away, please, so that the people can guess what it is you do for a living. Are you ready?
I am very ready.
Okay, can you tell me what days of the week you work?
I'm supposed to work Monday morning until Friday evening, but it doesn't always work that way. Quite often I work at weekends and sometimes in holiday times as well.
What time do you start work every day?
Usually about 7:40 a.m.
Do you wear a uniform?
I don't wear a uniform, no. I just wear a smart suit.
What about protective clothing?
I don't wear any protective clothing apart from my suit.
Do you always work in the same place?
No, I spend quite a lot of time in an office, but I actually walk around a lot.
Do you get dirty?
Hardly ever. Occasionally, I have to go across a field or two and I wear my wellies.
Do you or can you sing while you're working?
I can sing while I'm working, and sometimes in certain types of work that I do sing. But if I sang all of the time, people would think I was a little bit odd.
Do you have to travel for your job?
I do travel for my job. I sometimes have to go to conferences. I have to go away to big hotels and sit in rooms and listen to people talk about my job. And sometimes I visit other places, and I do a lot of walking. Sometimes about 10 miles a day.
So do you work outside at all?
Sometimes I do work outside. Sometimes I have to move around fields. I have to visit sports facilities. And sometimes I have to walk around other places that I visit quite a lot too.
Do you have to use a computer?
I use a computer a lot to send people emails, messages, reports, all kinds of things like that.
Did you get this job because your mum or dad worked here first?
Definitely not, no. I got this job because I saw it advertised and I applied for the job.
Do people ask you for your autograph?
They don't ask me for an autograph, but they do ask me to sign a lot of things, including checks.
Do you have a website?
There is a website that is attached to my job, definitely.
Do you have a TV at work?
I do not have a TV at work, although of course I could watch the television these days on my computer, but I don't.
Do you have a boss or are you the boss?
I am the boss. That is supposedly true. I do have somebody who is what they call a chairman of governors.
Do you work alone or as part of a team?
I work as part of a team. It's called a senior leadership team, which sounds terribly, terribly important, doesn't it? So it's very, very good to work as part of a team in my job.
Have you ever been on the telly?
Yes, I have been on the television on a couple of occasions, particularly when I was very, very young, because when I was very, very young, I did some work reporting the news about a pop group.
Can I ask which pop group?
The pop group was EMF, and their most famous song is Unbelievable.
I know it well. Do you get long holidays?
Technically speaking, yes, I get long holidays, but the truth is that in my particular profession, I don't spend all of that holiday time on vacation. I spend a lot of it preparing for the year that is to come.
What do you do for lunch?
I'm very, very lucky because the place in which I work provides spectacularly good lunches, so I eat here all the time.
And how old are the people you work with?
That's a good question. People I work with range between 3 and 60.
Do you get to use a big hammer?
No, I never use a big hammer.
What about a walkie-talkie?
I've never used a walkie-talkie, no, but I definitely use my mobile phone a lot.
Is there anything dangerous about your job?
That's a really, really excellent question. There are things that happen in my place of work that are dangerous. That is true. They have a degree of risk to them. And I suppose you could say that I am in charge of that risk.
Is it noisy?
It can be very, very noisy because I do work with quite a lot of people who like to make a lot of noise.
Did you have to go to university?
Yes, I did have to go to university. And I did lots of qualifications. And actually, I went to 2 universities. I went to King's College London, and I also went to Sussex University as well.
Can your job, or does your job, make you rich?
That's an interesting question. I would say that my job certainly enables me to live a very sensible life, and I am comfortable, perhaps compared to some other people who I know work very, very hard and possibly don't get paid as much as I do. But I wouldn't describe myself as rich.
Do you work with animals, people, or robots?
I work with people, mostly, occasionally animals, and very, very rarely anything that you would really say is a robot. It's more to do with computers.
Can you sleep at work?
No, definitely not. In fact, if I slept at work, people would become very, very worried.
Can you name one piece of equipment that you use the most?
I think it's my computer and keyboard, because I spend a lot of time reading reports and files and writing things as well.
Are you allowed to eat when you're working?
Yes, I am allowed to eat when I'm working because I'm the boss, so nobody's going to tell me not to, really. I think that's true. Do I? No, not really. Hardly ever. I save that up for lunch because then I'm really hungry.
Do you have to be nice to people all the time?
I do have to be nice to people quite a lot of the time. In fact, I think it's very important that I am nice and pleasant and warm and welcoming to most of the people I work with most of the time. I think most problems can be solved that way.
Do you have to do a lot of writing?
Yes, I do have to do a lot of writing, but I'm very, very lucky because I can touch type, so I don't have to do lots of writing with a pen. I can do it by tapping out words very quickly on my computer.
Do you think I could do your job?
I think you could do parts of my job because, for example, you're very, very good at working with children.
Can you give us just one word as a clue that we can go away with as to what your job is?
I lead people to make the right decisions.
What do you think? He leads people to make the right decisions. We'll come back to Mr. Taylor West a little bit later.
You can get involved by sending us a message at our Facebook page, Tomfoolery UK.
Is it time for a cup of tea?
Not quite. It's time for the news. A recent survey has shown that most children say their mums are far funnier and cooler than their dads. Someone that lives inside Buckingham Palace has won the postcode lottery. It's not thought the Queen herself actually plays the lottery, but it's currently unclear which of the 800 staff that also live within the palace is the winner of the £250 prize. British girl power band The Spice Girls, whose songs like Stop Right Now and Wannabe you may have heard, are planning on getting back together. The ladies known worldwide as Posh Spice, Ginger Spice, Baby Spice, Scary Spice and Sporty Spice are planning on going on tour this time next year. Scientists have discovered a 500 million year old fossil of a worm. It was found in the Rocky Mountains area of Canada. The underwater worm, called the Eosis, it had a funny name, built tube-like homes up to 50 centimetres high on the seabeds. A gym group in London want to put exercise bikes onto buses so that people can keep fit while they travel to work. An artist whose paintings are displayed in the eye of a needle has lost his latest masterpiece by breathing it in. The award-winning artist William Wigan from Birmingham had almost finished his Alice in Wonderland piece when he took in a deep breath, but that breath was too deep and the tiny painting disappeared into his mouth. It's so small it has to be magnified 250 times just to see it. So I'm guessing it didn't get caught in his throat, but eyewitnesses say he was still pretty choked. A boy managed to evacuate his entire school recently by bringing a shell in for show and share. It wasn't a shell from the beach, it was from a firing range. He thought it was interesting as his class were learning about World War II. The bomb disposal experts were called and it was taken away. While no one was hurt, the police say it's very important not to pick up anything that looks like a bomb or a shell from a gun. Peppa Pig World has been voted the UK #1 amusement park. Portins Park, the home of Peppa Pig World, also ranked 6th in all of Europe. It's time to catch up with Chimpanzee, see how that traffic's getting on.
Hello, Tomfoolery. There seems to be little no problem here now. The traffic is getting a little worse and nothing seems to be moving now. And as that something in the road is stopping people from getting past. And as you can hear, it's causing quite a lot of problems.
Okay, Jim, well, thank you for that. Listen, you've done a great job. Now that people know that they should steer clear of the area, why don't you head back to the studio? Come on, you deserve a cup of tea. I think you've earned it. Well done today, Jim.
Oh, what a great idea, Tomfoolery. Okay, well, I'll just hop on my bike and I'll cycle back as quick as I can. Put the kettle on, please. Now, where did I put my bike?
What do you mean? What was that?
Well, Tomfoolery, I can't remember where I left my bicycle and I think, oh dear.
Jim, you didn't.
Oh dear. I think I just realised what it is in the middle of the road causing all the problems.
Oh, Jim, what are you like? I don't believe it. All right, sorry if you're in that area being caught by the traffic of a bicycle being left by a monkey in the middle of the road. I'm really sorry. He doesn't work for Radio Foolery anymore, at least. Let's lighten the mood with some more brain teasers, shall we? Now, Beth's mother has 3 daughters. One is called Lara, the other is called Sarah. What is the name of the 3rd daughter? What's full of holes, but it still holds water? What's full of holes, but it still holds water? What do the numbers 11, 69 and 88 all have in common? That's the numbers 11, 69 and 88. What do they all have in common? It's time for our Song of the Week. This one comes to us free. It's not license free, but it's free because we're good friends of Nutty Noah. This is Nutty's Happy Song, and it is my Song of the Week.
Just keep on coming.
Indeed they do. Thank you very much, Nutty Noah. The happy song, I love it. All the Nutty Noah songs available on iTunes. Just tap it in there. Nutty Noah. Thank you. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about some things I've been getting up to this week. Me and Mrs. Foolery took an impromptu day off just last week and went to see a musical in London, which I've wanted to see for some time now. As soon as it came out, it's been out about 3 years now, I think it is, and I have been desperate to go and see it. We were thinking about taking the mini fooleries, but the way it just worked out, we ended up going on our own and having a bit of a grown-up time. So we went to see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the musical, at the Drury Lane Theatre in the West End of London. Now, I've been looking forward to seeing this for some time, and I felt kind of guilty for not taking the kids. But you know what? I've got to tell you, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I was really disappointed. There was none of the songs from the original film. And I'm not talking about the Johnny Depp film or the Jill Wilder film, the old film for I Got a Golden Ticket. There was none of that. And none of them. Apparently, turns out you can't. They had to. The licensing, they had to rewrite the entire thing. They weren't allowed to use anything from the film. But the actual. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you've seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what did you think? Yeah, the set was amazing. It was very clever the way they did the Oompa Loompas. But perhaps I just built it up a little bit too much in my mind. I came out a little bit disappointed. I'll be honest with you. I wish we went to see Matilda. But we're heading to see that again soon at some point, no doubt. Next time we get some time off. We'll take the kids this time, all right? Leave them behind. They were at school, in all fairness. We didn't just leave them at home. And I certainly didn't leave them in the car. And also, my mum has been up to her old tricks. And she got herself on Radio Kent. She is Rita. Now, I played you a little clip of this earlier, but I'm going to play you the full interview where my mum phoned up Radio Kent.
Let's meet another first-timer at BBC Radio Kent. Hello, Rita.
Hello, good afternoon, Pat and Erica.
Afternoon.
Hello, Rita.
So it says you're from Gravesend, but you live in Higham now, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Was your embarrassment so bad you had to move away?
No, not really.
Well, tell us the story. What happened, Rita?
We lived in Gravesend and my son was getting married up at Beeding, which is near Brighton. We set off early in the morning, obviously, to get there. The wedding was at 1 o'clock. I'd got all my outfit, obviously, on the bed and that ready to be packed. And I stupidly assumed my husband had put everything in the car. We got down there early and helped set up the wedding, as you do. Went back to the hotel because obviously everyone was staying in 2 different hotels. Yeah. Went back to the hotel to get changed, and I said, "Oh, where did you put my dress?" And we didn't have it. With sort of an hour to go to the wedding.
Oh, no!
What did you do?
Fortunately, my very closest friend happened to have got remarried herself a fortnight before. So she said, I might as well wear my outfit. So I just said to my husband, it's no problem, I'll borrow Sheila's outfit. Which I ran to her hotel, grabbed her clothes, so she had to go in the T-shirt and skirt that she'd driven down in. Oh, no. And I had to go in a different outfit. But we quickly rang 2 other friends because there wasn't time to get back. But 2 other friends were only just leaving Gravesend, and he's a builder, so he went to our house, took my kitchen window out, rang another friend to get him to put it back in again, grabbed my outfit, and they happened to arrive. I had to go to church in my friend's outfit, but while my son and his wife were in signing the register, my friend crept up and said, we're here, so the vicar sort of stalled it, and we dashed out, ran into the hotel in Upper Beeding, quickly got changed. So when my son and his wife came out from signing the register, I was standing in there in my proper outfit with my hat on.
As if none of it had happened, Rita, as if it was all just a dream and they were perfect and looking well turned out.
You couldn't make it up. Yes, it was just priceless. But
Brilliant,
my
Rita.
poor husband was mortified because there was absolutely nothing he could do. We had to get...
See, that was my mum. That was Rita was my mum, and she managed to forget her wedding outfit. Who was she talking about? That was my wedding, of course, yeah. Just over 11 years ago now, to the beautiful Mrs. Foolery. So, yeah, it was all a bit of a saga. So, well done, Mum. Well done for getting on the radio. Right, ladies.
What is the most hard-working part of the eye? The pupil.
What do you call security guards working outside Samsung shops? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Where do bees go to the bathroom? At the BP station.
What do you call a baby monkey? A chimp off the old block.
Who earns a living driving their customers round the bend? A taxi driver.
How do you shoot a killer bee? With a BB gun. Why are frogs so happy? They eat whatever bugs them.
What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer.
What did the leopard say after eating his owner? Man that hit the spot. Oh. No, I don't get that, actually.
What is the tallest building in the world? The library. It has the most stories.
What season is it when you are on a trampoline? Springtime!
Oh dear, that's not very funny at all.
Thanks very much, girls. Right, it's that time in our show. That's right, it's time for the big quiz for little kids. Each week we get someone else on the phone and we fire 10 questions at them. They have to answer those questions as quick as they possibly can. And this week it is the turn of Ella.
Hello, Ella. Welcome to Radio Foolery. It's nice to have you on the line with us today. You're going to take part in our big quiz for little kids. Is that right?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, Ella. Well, it's great to have you. Obviously, I met you last week at your school disco. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
You remember it well. And why in particular, Ella, did I want to get one of you girls from your school on my radio show this week? What happened?
Well, we won the dance-off.
You did. It was the boys versus girls, years 3 and 4, wasn't it, at the school disco last night? It was boys versus girls. It was a ferocious dance-off, but the girls won it, didn't they?
Yes, we did.
It was like a competition at Wimbledon. There was one game, and then there was another game. Boys won one, girls won the other, and the girls came in and stole it at the last minute, and they did fantastic. Absolutely. Did you enjoy the disco, Ella?
Yes, I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, fantastic. So what have you been doing today, Ella? Have you been at school today?
Yes, it's Green Day today.
Green Day? What does that mean?
Well, we have to wear green or floral, and we do lots of fun activities.
Oh, fantastic. So it's not been a normal day. You got to go in your own clothes and wear something green, did you?
Yes.
And so what sort of activities did you get up to then?
Well, we made things out of plastic bottles, and we caught bugs in, things.
Bugs in things. Little bug catchers. Did you get them inside little... did they have magnifying glass on them?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so you could see right up close to the bugs. Fantastic. Did you enjoy catching bugs, or are you a little bit scared of it?
There were 8 activities, and I didn't do the catching bugs.
You didn't do the catching, but is that because you don't like bugs? Because I wouldn't have done that. If you listen to me on my buffoonery, Tomfoolery buffoonery, when I went to Tilgate Nature Centre, I had to hold bugs. I had to hold a tarantula. Oh, it was horrible. Have you ever held a spider or anything like that?
Yes, I held a tarantula once.
I hate it. Ella, I went white. I went almost pale white. I was so scared. The thing, because apparently they can jump as well. I was so frightened it was going to jump on my face. I don't know what it would have done. I don't think they could really hurt you. Well, they can do, I suppose, can't they? But anyway, so you've had a good day at Green Day. Is that all about being green? Is that green for the environment green? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm groovy. Did you have to take... Now, when I used to do Own Clothes Day at school, we have to take in either money or a bottle of wine or something for the raffle. Did you have to take something in for wearing your own clothes?
Yes, we had to take in old bottles or things to make into other things.
Ah, of course. So you were doing a bit of recycling, of course.
Yes.
Always being green? Absolutely. What sort of bottles did you take in? Did you take in your mum's old sort of wine bottles and things like that? Mum and dad's beer cans and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, they'll be very glad you just said that. Oh, brilliant. And did you make anything exciting then? What did you do? If you didn't do the bug activity, what one did you choose?
Well, I did the making of the bottles where we had to get bottles and cover them in papers and stuff to make different things.
Oh, fantastic. Did you get to bring them home at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, I'd love to see a photo. That'd be awesome. So, it's the summer holidays coming up soon, Ella. What are you going to be doing over the summer holidays? Do you have any hobbies? What are you going to be up to?
Well, I'm going to quite a few sleepovers.
Oh, are you now? Fantastic. Are you going to watch some movies and eat lots of popcorn?
I think so, yeah.
I should think so. And what about holiday? Are you going on holiday this year?
Yes, I'm going to Spain near Christmas time.
Near Christmas time? Oh, fabulous. What a good time to go to Spain. Have you been there before?
Yes, I've been there before.
Yeah, did you go at Christmas time this year?
I can't remember when I went last year. My grandparents live in Spain.
Oh, do they? So you get to go to Spain quite often, do you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, that's really cool. Is it always nice and hot and sunny when you go to Spain?
Yes.
Oh, I bet
hot.
it is. Very hot. Yeah, not like here, is it? Rotten. But hey, we're going to have some good weather soon, I'm sure. Well, Ella, I think it's time we got on with our quiz. I've got the two quiz masters. Their names are Hazza and Kiwi. They're sitting here very quietly in the studio. Would you like to just say hello to the guys for me?
Hello. Hi, Heather. Hi, Kiwi.
Hello.
Okay, right. Well, here's how the quiz is going to work then, Ella. They're going to ask you 10 questions, okay? You're going to answer them in the quickest time possible. Don't worry about it, though. It's just about getting as many right as you possibly can. If you don't know the answer, if you can't think of it, just say pass. Don't worry. And we'll get through them as quick as we possibly can, okay? If you don't hear the question or anything, just ask me and I'll repeat it. Is that okay?
Okay.
Are you ready, then, for the big quiz for little kids? The clock starts now.
What colours mix together to make purple?
Red and blue.
What is 10 plus 2?
12.
What method of transport runs on a track?
Train.
On a traffic light, what colour means stop?
Red.
What do you call a baby dog?
Puppy.
On what part of your body would you find a toe?
Foot.
What would you call a snail without a shell?
Slug.
Is a carrot a vegetable or a fruit?
Pass.
What do you call frozen water?
Ice.
Name a sport where you would use a ball.
Tennis.
Stop the clock. Brilliant time. Excellent. Well done, Ella. You rattled through them in no time at all. That was excellent. Just one pass, though. But I think you're the only person so far to only have just the one pass. The one you passed on is a carrot, a vegetable, or a fruit. That is a bit of a tricky one. I had to look that up when I first said it. Do you know? Can you think of it now? Do you know what it might be? It's actually a vegetable. A lot of people think it might be a fruit, but it's actually a vegetable. The carrot, definitely a vegetable. That was amazing, though, Elliot. You did that in 52 seconds. Wow. And what I do is add 10 seconds to that because you got that one pass there, which takes us up to 1 minute and 2 seconds. I reckon you might be on for a bit of a record there. I think you've done extremely well. I think you should give yourself a pat on the back and give yourself a little whoop whoop. Well done. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, listen, what we're going to do, we're going to add up your total. Obviously, you've got 1 minute 2. We're going to keep that logged in, and we'll see how else other people get on for the rest of the month on Radio Foolery. You can tune in each week, see how other people do it. Make sure you tell your friends to listen in all this week as well, so that they can hear you on the radio. And then maybe you might be a winner at the end of the month. And if that's the case, I'll be giving you a call back. Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to while you're here, Ella?
Yes. I'd like to say hello to Abigail.
Abigail.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Is that your friend from school?
She didn't go to my school, but she's a very close friend of mine.
Oh, brilliant. Well, hello to Abigail as well. Is it Abigail or Abby?
Abby, we call her.
Abby, you call her. Hello to Abby from me as well. Oh, brilliant. Ella, thank you very much for being on Radio Foolery. We'll look forward to seeing you all again soon, and we'll take care. Say bye, Ella.
Bye.
You're listening to Radio Foolery.
All right, so it's time for my What's On guide. What's going on in and around the Sussex area for your pleasure and your delight. It's the Festival of Chichester. Starts on the 18th of June through to the 17th of July. The festival is jam-packed with dazzling variety of events, including live music, theatre, walks, fetes, community events, and more. For more information and to view the full events programme, you can go to www.festivalofchichester.co.uk. Alice in Wonderland Croquet in Preston Manor, Brighton, the 4th of July to the 4th of September, running every day except for Mondays between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can play croquet Alice in Wonderland style with flamingos for mallets, playing cards for hoops, and collect and return your equipment from the Preston Manor front door. More information on that, www.brightonmuseums.org.uk/Preston Manor. Children's Summer Creative Saturdays. You've got the Towner Arts Gallery in Eastbourne. Starts on the 4th of July, going through to the 23rd of August. It's every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Children and young people can enjoy the free drop-in session and develop skills, play and experiment with different arts each week. For more information, go to towereastbourne.org.uk. It is the Ashington C of E Village Treasure Trail. The Ashington C of E School doing their own treasure trail. It's on this Saturday, the 16th of July, between 1 and 3:30. It is your chance to win £100. Charges apply per team, with all the proceeds going to the school. There'll be refreshments and games after the trail as well. Going to be loads of fun. For more information on that, go to www.treasuretrails.org/Ashington. On the 15th and 16th of July, it's the big camp at Sheffield Park. Go to www.nationaltrust.org.uk/Sheffield Park. This Saturday the 16th brings West Chiltington Village Day on their recreation ground. They've got the website as well. It's all the W's, thevillageshow.org.uk. There is jousting, a jousting tournament at Hever Castle this weekend also, 16th, 17th. hevercastle.co.uk/what's on. And it is the Lions Donkey Derby and Fun Dog Show at the King George Field, East Grinstead. That's on the 17th, Sunday, 17th of July, eastgrinsteadlions.co.uk. There's some things you can be going in and around Sussex.
It's Mrs. Foolery on the phone. She wants to know what you want for dinner.
Oh, beans on toast, please. I think it's time we went back to find out exactly what it is Mr. Taylor West does for a living. Have you worked it out yet?
Okay, so I'm back with Mr. Richard Taylor West, who we've heard all sorts of information about, and now it's time for him to finally reveal what is it you do for a living.
Well, I am a headmaster. I am headmaster of Shoreham College, which is an independent school, Shoreham by Sea, in St Julian's Lane, and we have children here from 3 to 16 years of age.
So how long have you been a headmaster for?
I've been a headmaster now for about 16 months, I suppose, when you add it up, although I suppose I worked for the college for longer than that because I was appointed about 18 months ago.
So obviously you were a teacher maybe before this?
Yes, I've been teaching now for 24 years, yeah, so it's quite a long time.
If I could ask you some things about the best parts of your day, what is the best bit about your job that you like to do?
Speaking to young people is one of the best things I do every day. It's a real blessing to be able to communicate with young people, find out what's going on in their lives and how we can help them and what we can do to help them develop, grow and get even better opportunities in their lives. That's the best thing about my job.
Good morning all. Well, here we are, summer term. So welcome back. It's really, really good to see you. Good to see you back here, safe, sound and ready for action.
And what would you say was the most challenging part, the hardest part of your job?
One of the hardest parts of my job is if the young people I'm talking to or communicating with aren't in the mood that day to listen to me. That's a challenge. I have to work really hard to persuade them sometimes that, what I'm saying might be valuable to them. And sometimes one of the other hard bits is working with mum and dad as well. They can be quite tough and expect quite a lot, and that's hard work too.
So obviously, as a headmaster, I can see hanging on the coat rack in the corner of your office here as well. You have the gown and the tie. And is there a hat? Would there be a hat there as well?
There isn't a hat anymore. There used to be back in the old days. And the gown and the hood, we tend to wear those on very, very special days. So, for example, if it was Remembrance Sunday. Yeah.
So you don't walk up and down the corridors wearing that with a big stick and tapping it on your hand as if you were looking for someone to use it on?
We certainly don't do that anymore at all. No. The gown and the hood is really for, as I say, very special occasions when it's something of special significance and importance that we're doing. Apart from that, I just wear as smart a suit as I can find.
And as a headmaster, do you think you're scary?
I don't think I'm scary, but I can be firm. I like to be firm and fair. So I think that the young people respect the fact that sometimes I'm going to have to tell them what is right and what is wrong, and I think on the whole they listen to me carefully when I do that.
I always remember when I was at school, my headmaster was quite scary, and of course we always thought He just lived at the school and he was a headmaster and he was nothing else. So is there another side to you, Mr. Taylor West, that has hobbies? What do you like doing when you're not at school, when you're not being a headmaster?
I think I've got quite a few hobbies, actually. One of them is that I love training dogs. So I spent quite a few years of my life training in Labrador to fetch things and to run around to a whistle. So I like that kind of dog training stuff. I write, so I write poems and stories, and I've even been known to write the odd film, which I'm working on at the moment. So I like writing and film and stories and fiction. I also like the outdoors. So I have a fishing boat, which I go out on occasionally, and I like that sort of getting out there in the countryside and exploring, that kind of thing.
And you mentioned your canteen at school, where you have your lunch every day. Can I ask, do they serve beans on toast?
I don't think they serve beans on toast, but they certainly serve beans and cheese, lots of it, with lovely jacket potatoes.
So if you're the leader of an independent school in West Sussex, obviously, what would you like people to say about the pupils that you produce here at Shoreham College?
Great question. I think I would like them firstly to say that the young pupils that come from Shoreham College and go into other schools are good people. They know right from wrong, they have strong values, they like to take part in the community, and they care about other people. That's one of the first things I'd actually like them to say. I'd also like them to say that Shoreham College pupils are confident without being at all unpleasant or hoity-toity or arrogant. I'd like them to be confident. I'd also like them to be flexible and able to adapt to new situations, because I think the world that we live in today is like that. It is a world that's changing all the time. And I think Shoreham College pupils, I'd like people to think that Shoreham College pupils are open to change and are creative, and they can do all that with a sense of fun and enjoyment.
Focus, energy, concentration, optimism, aspiration, enthusiasm. How many other words can I throw in there? But they all really mean quite a lot.
A final question for me. Do teachers really like apples?
I think some teachers like apples. I like some apples, but I must admit, I really like English apples. I'm not so keen on those sort of pale yellow ones that come from Europe.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Taylor West. And if anyone wanted to find out about Shoreham College, where would they go to for all the information?
I think the best thing to do is simply put Shoreham College into Google and you'll find our website. But I actually, what I'd really like is they can perhaps communicate with me, contact me, and we'll tell you all about it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Did you get it? He was a teacher, a head teacher at that. Did you get it? Did you work it out from the questions we asked him earlier?
I love tomfoolery, I do. Do you know he did our kids' party and he was really, really great? I love him.
Thank you very much.
Hashtag beans on toast.
Absolutely, I do like a good hashtag. Right, it's time for Tomfoolery Buffoonery. I spent a day over at Tilgate Nature Centre with the good people there that let me be a zookeeper for the day. We recorded the whole thing, we filmed the whole thing. I've now got my soundbite from that, and you can visit the Radio Foolery Facebook page, the website, radiofoolery.co.uk, and you can go to my YouTube channel and look at the videos that I made. There's 5 different videos that spans across the entire day of me being a zookeeper. We're building up. You can see the video of me holding a tarantula. But today, fed the meerkats. How cute.
We're going to go inside and we're going to feed the meerkats. Now, apparently if you put like stuff in your hand, they come up and eat. Let's have a look. Which one's called Sergey? Where is Sergey?
Yeah, no, we haven't got
Sergey.
Sergey. We've got Montgomery.
Montgomery. It is quite literally feeding time at the zoo. Look at that. And what are these? What are they eating here?
They're eating mealworms.
Mealworms?
Mealworms, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, they like to eat a lot of small insects and stuff in the wild, so it's one of their favourite foods.
Fantastic. They're really going for it as well. Are these mealworms alive?
Briefly. Yeah.
Oh, they're wriggling in my hand as well. Oh, wow. It's not beans on toast, it's just worms. Ow, that was my finger. CompareTheMeerkat.com. And what the meerkats, where do they come from originally?
So they're from southern Africa, or they live on the savannah. And they've been popular even before the adverts came out. They were a popular
There was a
animal
popular animal because they're.
but they live in a big family group. They're active for one day.
Do they sleep standing up?
They all sleep in a burrow.
Do they?
Yeah. So in the wild, they're active in the day, and then they go and sleep in their burrow at night. So
I'm
they're
trying to
nice
get
and
inside
safe
my
down
welly.
there.
There's
Yeah.
no. Going into the baby meerkats. It's a bit pongy. We're inside with the baby meerkats. Some of them are only literally about 6 weeks old. And all the other ones are their brothers and sisters around them, and they literally come in and out and take it in turns to babysit for like 20 minutes at a time, and they just rotate, and apparently it's something I really like doing. So we're just getting the bits together. We're going to go and take the donkeys for a little walk, and Sandra's going to help us out. So come on, come with me. I've got Jimmy, and we're going to take him for a little walk out to the paddock, aren't we, Jimmy? Yes, say hello, Tomfoolery. Hello, Jimmy. That's Nipper. Keep away from him. This is Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Come on. Little donkey on the dusty. Sing along. Got the keys on the lawn. We're going to Australia. Right, mate, we're in the walk back. We're in the outback. So we're in Australia area here at Tilgate Park, and we've come across a kangaroo who is having a little sleep. Now, obviously, they are from Australia, so I'm going to speak to it in its native tongue. Yeah. G'day, mate. How you doing? Do you need another prawn on the barbie? Can I get you a Foster's? No, clearly it's not up for talking today. It's had a bit of lunch. Very tired, sleeping. Oh, that must have hurt. Either it was a really big chicken, or I think... Oh no, that would be an ostrich. Yeah, ostrich. And over there, that's a... Oh, I know this one. Emu. How old do they live to, emus? How big will they get? Or how old do they get?
They can get to 20 or 30 years. They're quite long-lived. Yeah.
Is it much different between the men and the ladies?
No, the size-wise and appearance is very, very similar. So, but they're unusual because the male does all of the incubation and all of the rearing of the chicks by himself.
What, the eggs?
Yep.
So the ladies hatch the... Oh, look.
Yep, she'll lay her eggs.
Lay the eggs,
and
yeah.
then he just sits on them. So 56 days he has to sit on the eggs for them to hatch.
Wow.
It's a pretty long time. And then that'll be about 12 to 15 chicks hatch, and then he does all of the parenting by himself. So
from when it's hatched as well, and then bring up the young.
Totally.
Wow. It's Sandy, which is funny because she's standing in the sand. 1 year old, so she's going to get a bit bigger.
Yeah, the second biggest bird species.
And here's the other one.
Can you see her? Come down here, look.
Sheila, and there's a friend, Sheila, just over there as well.
So, yeah, she's fully grown, so you see she's a bit grayer, a bit bigger. So.
Yeah, so Sandy will probably get about the size of Sheila eventually. Sandy, would you like a piece of apple? Would you prefer some beans? Perhaps you'd prefer some beans on toast. Do you think she'd like some? Would you like some beans on toast? Would that be better? She just sort of blinked her eyes, but didn't blink them. You might be able to hear we're in the pig enclosure, and we've just got to go and find some. And that's next week's video. So make sure you check it out. The video's all available on the website now. Go and have a look. See what I had to find in the pig enclosure. That was fun.
Biscuit Fridays, a place for you to buy unique and beautiful gifts for the wonderful small people in your world. biscuitfridays.co.uk. Welcome to the art of gifting.
Right, it's time to put you out your misery. I gave you the brain teasers throughout the show, and now it's time for the answers. A cowboy rides into town on a Friday, stays for 3 days, then leaves on Friday. How did he do it? He was riding in on a horse. The horse was called Friday. You walk across a bridge and you see a boat full of people, yet there isn't a single person on board. How was that possible? Because all the people on board were married. And if you're married, you're not single. Huh? If there are 3 apples and you take away 2 apples, how many apples do you have? Well, if you take 2 apples, then of course you have 2 apples. Yeah. Now, Beth's mother has 3 daughters. One is called Lara and the other is called Sarah. What is the name of the 3rd daughter? If you listen to the question, it was Beth's mother. So she has Beth, Sarah and Lara. I think Beth feels left out because her name doesn't rhyme. What is full of holes, but it still holds water? A sponge. And finally, what do the numbers 11, 69 and 88 all have in common? They can all read the same, upside down or right side up. So you turn the 11s upside down, 69 and 88. Turn it upside down, still the same number. I hope that wasn't too taxing for you. And that brings me to the end of this 1-hour show on Radio Foolery. I hope you've enjoyed listening. I've certainly enjoyed being here for you. This show will repeat again and we'll be back next week with a brand new show. If you'd like to get involved, please go to radiofoolery.co.uk. Send us a message. Perhaps you have a joke or an announcement for me next week. It really is that easy. Radio Foolery is brought to you in association with Tomfoolery, the Mini Fooleries, and most importantly, our producer and writer, co-writer, Mrs. Foolery. The show's about to repeat, guys. We'll see you again soon. Thanks very much. Goodbye.